Welcome back to Amori. I've decided this is Amori after all.
Oh man, we're gonna have the most epic Sonic game ever. This is gonna really tug at the heartstrings.
Yep.
Yeah, now
we're in the final
Sonic's
stage.
childhood trauma.
We're in the final
Yeah.
regular stage Egg Fortress Zone. His new space station that's not the Death Egg, but kind of feels like it regardless. Oh hey, a purple moon in the background. I hope that
What
isn't.
phase is it in?
I hope
Dude,
that's
that's an Ishados reference. Holy shit.
What phase is it? I don't know because we're not on Earth and we don't know the direction of the sun.
For the record, Sega did have to go to say that purple moon was not an intentional reference
Oh.
That's funny.
to Sonic Frontiers. I am referring to actually.
Ah,
I have a question.
Yes.
what's the question?
I didn't say the line.
What's your question, soldier?
Thank you. All right, what here is the general take on LaCroix?
Eh.
Used to hate it, now I actually kind of like it.
Gabe,
Dislike.
dislike. All right. So we've got an overall neg. I like LaCroix.
Yeah, I would
all
say
the
I'm
flavors.
positive towards it now, but that has not been the case until the past maybe year and a half.
The other day I saw Cola LaCroix.
Oh, that would actually be kind of good, I think.
No.
I want you to, Carrie. You think it's good? You think
I
it'd
think
be good?
I
Gabe,
think it
what's your
could
take?
be good. That
No.
doesn't necessarily indicate that it's good.
Evan, what do you think?
What is it?
It's
Cola
Cola
LaCroix.
LaCroix.
What
LaCroix
kind? Sorry,
Cola.
I didn't hear again.
Cola.
Cola?
Like Coke.
Oh, cola.
I forgot, in my haste, I forgot cola.
That
That kind.
is something that I really could not give any solid opinion on whether or not that would be good without tasting it myself.
It's definitely like a 1 out of 10.
Really?
That sounds
It's-
about. Don't act
it's
surprised. What are you talking
Definitely
about?
really terrible. It's
Ah,
well, so I don't. So at first I thought, well, maybe it's because cola is a really strong flavor. It's supposed to be strong, and so when it's not strong, it's weird.
Oh, yeah.
oh, like watered
But-
down cola.
Actually, because it does sort of taste like, it tastes like if you had ice in your Coke,
Oh, okay.
and then you let it sit out, and all the ice melted, but it stayed
Uh-huh.
carbonated.
Interesting.
But I actually that my roommate and I did some tests yesterday. If you sweeten it, even just a little bit, it's way fucking better. And so maybe it's just cola has to be sweet.
Just dump an
Yeah.
entire bag of sugar in there.
Because cola is mostly cinnamon. And when do you have just cinnamon?
Right.
Yeah,
I didn't
that's
know
a
it was
good
just
point,
cinnamon. It was a lot of
It's
cinnamon,
not
but
just
that makes
cinnamon, but
sense.
it's primarily cinnamon.
Yeah.
Um,
Interesting.
too.
so as you can see, this follows the standard tradition of final stages in Sonic games where just everything is trying to kill you and it is very hard to keep your ring count above 1.
Your ringtone?
Ring count.
Beep boop boop beep beep. Beep boop beep 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 boop boop beep beep boop.
It's one of the weaker stages in this game, but I'd still rank it above some other stages along its variety. It's better than Scrap Brain, it's better than Metallic Madness. I don't know if I'd call it better than Metropolis or Death Egg, though.
I can tell you. I'm looking up LaCroix memes. I'm done looking up LaCroix memes. I did share some, though. We're going up.
Yes, we are.
Would you ride an elevator? Would you ride an elevator like this?
I wouldn't ride an elevator.
Oh,
Would you ride an
I would-
escalator like this?
yes.
I'd
Did I tell
stand
you-
closer to
Spiral
the center,
staircase.
I think.
Did I tell you So I've never liked elevators. I've always hated them.
I think you
Um,
have mentioned this before.
I went to a conference a year ago now. And I have to sneeze.
Because I'm
Don't
high.
do it. Don't do it.
Bless you.
Well,
And
Alright. see you in 20 minutes.
uh-oh. And I was staying in a hotel for the conference, and the guy I was staying with I forgot to tell him, like, hey, can you try to make sure we get on, like, a third floor, because the first 2 floors were, like, conference space. Like, a third floor, room. And so he just, like, got whatever, and we were on the 29th.
That's high.
And I was like,
can I say,
it's okay.
sorry, before you continue, can I just say you are sounding a little robotic right now?
Internet in my city is, like, not very good. I was talking about this between parts when you were,
I remember you saying that kind of thing in previous recording sessions as well, actually.
Yeah, it's just the internet quality just everywhere here is, like, not as good as it was. I think they're fixing it now, but, anyway, I was like, I can do this. It's fine. And they're like, it was like a 4-star hotel, like, you know, I was like, yeah, like, it's not like a elevator made of duct tape or whatever. Like, this is like a high quality elevator. I got stuck in it twice.
Oh my god.
Oh.
And one time, it was really fucking, it was like a little embarrassing. They were nice about it, but like, I was stuck in there for like quite a while, and the fucking alarm button, you know, the alarm button that you press to like tell somebody like, hey, I'm stuck, it wouldn't depress.
Oh my god!
It wouldn't go in. And I was like, what do I do? And I was like, well, I'm gonna freak out here. So I was like, I'm just gonna call my mom while I like wait for the door to open, because last time the door just kind of opened after a while.
Shock therapy.
And then there's no reception in the elevator, and I was like, well, fuck me, I guess.
There's
a number you can call when you don't have reception.
Oh.
And I waited a couple of minutes, or what felt like a couple of minutes.
Oh, hi, Eggman.
And it just like didn't open, so I fucking called 911 to be like, hey, help.
Photo negative.
They answer the phone. They go, hey, 911, what's your emergency? The door's open.
Oh my god!
I was like, okay.
Fate is specifically trying to torment you in this situation.
Exactly,
wow.
yeah. And so I just told the dispatcher, like, hey, I was stuck in the elevator. This is the hotel I was in. The elevator is no longer stuck. It just opened. And they were like, this actually happens sometimes. And I was like, that's fucking crazy.
Oh, yeah, so
no, just in
the
general.
main gimmick for Egg Fortress Act 2 is that you play Act 1, but time has reversed, and you are going in the other direction.
What the fuck? It's kind of trippy.
You just play the same stage backwards.
Huh.
I've got an elevator story too. Doesn't involve me getting stuck.
Look at that drawing on the wall.
That's really funny. I like that. Let's hear the story, Jade.
So I got in an elevator. The mall I work at is only 2 stories. Well, it's more, but there's 2 levels, upper and lower. And
Yeah.
I got into an elevator with like a group of kids. Like, I was like 3, 4, like juveniles for like 16, 17. They all were like giving me the mean eye. And this was when I was a floor officer still. So, or one of the days I was a floor officer. And so, as I'm in the elevator with them when we're going to the upper level, I overhear on the radio like, hey, CD to all officers, be on the lookout for juveniles, theft of about $240 from Spencer's, multiple items. And I look at them, and they look at me, and the elevator starts moving, and I say, I'm like 27 to CD, is it one? And I like give the description real fast, just of the race of the kids. And they were like, yeah. And I was like, all right, I've got them in elevator 10. So, so I just look at them, and I can't like go hands on. So I just like look at them like, all right, guys, here's what we're gonna do. You can give me this stuff, and I can kick you out for the day, or you can run, and I can have management disable the elevator, or like, or you can not tell me your names, and I can have management disable the elevator. What are we gonna do? And like the gal, she was like talking to one of the boys. She's like, "She just give him the stuff back," and he's like, "No, you're not gonna do anything." I'm like, "Oh yeah? You want to?" He's like, "Oh yeah." In this elevator, I'm not gonna do anything to you. And he's like, yeah, you're not gonna do anything. I'm like, all right, cool. So I just take his bag, and he is so shocked that I did that. Like, he couldn't comprehend that like I did something that the DPSST allows me to do,
Yeah, consequences for actions.
Yeah, and I just start walking out of the elevator once we get to the top floor, and he's like chasing after me. He's like, "Give my fucking bag back, asshole! Give my bag back!" And I'm like, "27 CD, I've confiscated the items." and so they follow me all the way back to the dispatch office, trying to get their stuff back. And my supervisor's there waiting because they hear him over the radio,
Wow.
and I just have their bag, and she's like, "Okay, well, you guys stole. He can give you back his bag if you give us your names, and we can ban you for 6 months, or you can flee. We'll keep your stuff, and you're banned for a year." And so they took the lesser of two evils.
Yep. And
wow.
all that for fucking Spencer's too.
Yeah, all that for
seriously.
Spencer stuff. It was like a bunch of hats and some like shirts and like I don't know, like a bong, I guess. But no, it's just funny because like for the longest time, I was pretty apathetic, and I still am to an extent about security because like just due to the nature of everything nowadays, like you can't really do anything. All you're really there to do is to be a second set of eyes for police.
Yeah.
But no, that felt good, and like I talked to my boss. I was like afterwards because I was like, "Hey, I totally just like grabbed a bag off of some kid like very forcefully," and he was like, "Oh, great."
Oh, great. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like,
good.
"Oh, great, nice." Yeah, he's like, "Oh, great, nice job."
That's what a relief.
Yeah, and the thing is too is usually we're not able to make a stop without the tenant being there. However, the exception is if you're in a corridor or an elevator, and we just so happen to be in elevators. Yeah, that's my elevator story.
That
a good one.
not a
They
fun
kept
day
calling me
for
like
those
Paul. They kept
teenagers.
calling me like Paul Blart and stuff, and I just respond with like, "I have your bag."
Yeah. You're back.
Like
Make fun of me all you want.
Yeah,
like,
tease me all you want. Like you can leave without this, but I mean, I'm sure it's got your school ID and everything I need to see in it. So
Yeah.
say what you want, fellas.
Yeah. I know
I
what
am
I
in
think you're gonna. What
control
did I
here.
think was gonna happen? Oh no!
Yeah.
They called me Paul Blart. Here's your
they made
bag.
fun of my weight. I drop my bag and fall on the ground in the exaggerated motion. No, I'm gonna hold on your fucking bag, numbnuts. It was funny.
Someone calls Gabe Paul Blart and he just like explodes and like flies to the other side of the room.
Yeah, I like deflate like the pig guy in Zelda CDI.
Lucky shot. You know what I hate / love about that specific area in the game? The music kind of fucks in it.
Really? I'm not privy to the CDI soundtrack, so I wouldn't know. But maybe I'll have to give it a listen.
That reminds me, our Zet is out this month, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yes, sir.
If you pre-order the special physical edition, it comes with an actual USB CDI controller.
Really?
Yes.
Are you planning on getting it?
I'm planning
Not the
on getting
controller, but the game.
I'm planning on getting the game.
Right on.
I don't know if it's going to be good, but it's going to be funny.
Of course. I feel like that's the intention. Good.
Anyway, Supersonic. Also, like I mentioned before, after beating the game, you can play as Trip, and Super Trip actually does transform into that fucking dragon form, and you can fly freely with her, but unfortunately the level design isn't really designed around free flight.
Oh, boo.
And I don't mean in the you skip over everything way, I mean the this is just kind of awkward to do way.
Yeah, man.
I'm impressed that you can control your direction while seeming as if you're floating in space.
Well, that's video
yeah,
game
I was
for
thinking
you.
about that. It's like, what are you pushing against?
Yeah.
What am I doing? I'm moving the analog stick. Because it's a lot easier to use the analog stick there than the D-pad.
I think she was more talking about like how Sonic's in it.
But
Yeah.
was
Strong.
she, though?
But was she though?
He is strong.
I think so.
How does Sonic float around in space and influence his direction?
God, okay, so you
He's
know
an
how Sonic
influencer.
characters can breathe in space but not underwater?
Yeah.
In Sonic X, during that whole final season that takes place in space, all of the human characters, including Eggman, have to wear helmets when, like, out in the vacuum of space, but the animal characters do not.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Holy shit. Oh, I was like, what the fuck? I guess he just, oh, what kind of mech do we got here? Ah, I see.
This
Holy
has
shit,
to
the
be a
Egg
reference.
Shogun?
This has to be a reference to an 80s mecha anime. It has to.
Dog. Mazinger Z, bro?
If I recall correctly, the Death Egg robot from Sonic 2 is also a reference to an 80s mecha anime. But I don't remember which one.
Like B Damon or something? That boy really just blocked that shit. He said, "Get that shit out of here." But not behind him. Bonk.
He's all like, can't touch me, can't touch me, ow!
Yeah, he's like, what the... Damn it. Behind me? Gosh darn it, man. She's like, get that shit out of here.
He can turn pretty quickly,
okay. The Death Egg robot in Sonic 2, and also Sonic Mania by extension, it is based on the ATM-09ST Scope Dog from the 1983 mecha anime Armored Trooper Votoms.
Automatic teller machine.
Which is not a show that I know, but, you know, there is a reference there.
You know what? I suppose, in a way, yeah. It looks kind of like a... No, that's not a good comparison to make. It doesn't look like the Zaku. I just saw Green Robot, and I was like, oh, Zaku.
Oh my god. Whenever you say Zaku, I think of that, like, old Gundam SD commercial from when I was a kid that I forgot about until I went over some old, like, recorded VHS tapes.
Oh, the toys?
Yeah, because, like, it's like those, like, but they don't know how to pronounce anything.
Yeah.
So it's like, so he says Zaku.
Yeah.
I like this song, actually. This is by the...
I was just about to actually comment that this is a pretty good theme, man.
This is the composer. I don't remember his name, but he's the composer to Phantasy Star Online 2.
Oh, really?
And a lot of the songs in that game have this vibe, I know.
Phantasy Star has always had a fucking cracked vibe.
I need to do the original Phantasy Star tetralogy one of these days. I say...
Tetralogy.
4. Let's go.
I say this with the specific context being that I've only played 1 and 2. But I hear 4 in particular is a very good game.
I've just played Phantasy Star 2.
OG 2 or Online 2?
OG 2.
Oh.
And also, actually, Phantasy Star Online 2.
Did you beat it?
No, I did not.
That is what I thought.
Yep.
That game is hard.
Nope. It is a game that I've played and not finished, like many people. Oh, it's rewind time. I can't believe I just said that.
I love this second phase so much. Like, a lot of people... I've seen a lot of people bitch about it. But I think this second phase is actually a lot of fun.
Oh. Is it the good old-fashioned egg robot pursuit?
Yeah, but it's like... So, like, I like Eggman is doing this, like, safely and tactfully at first, and then Sonic beats him and it's like, alright, gloves are off.
Yeah, he said, you know what? Fuck a wee ball. No more arena. No more platform.
Oh, I thought he was going to be sinking into the lava, but he's just going more nose to nose with you.
Yeah, you can get in.
So now we're playing Toho.
Real.
Without the shooting. Well, I mean, without us shooting, but... You can get in an extra hit by carefully weaving through the bullets.
I love how you did that. You just got him right in the eye.
Yep.
That boy is pissed. He's like, I was supposed to be in control. How did he get a hit it? Oh shit, he's using the 3 convection lamps.
His nipples and belly button have disengaged from his body and are now shooting you.
Thank you for phrasing it that way, Carrie.
You're welcome.
you, Carrie.
I aim to please.
Also, something I forgot to mention, but you may notice that in the since everything's going in reverse, that includes the timer in the top left corner of the screen. It's going down instead of up.
You're getting shorter now. You're now 34 inches. 33 inches.
What happens if you hit 0?
Nothing. It just turns red.
Oh.
I was gonna say, like, wow.
It gets harder to weave through the bullets after the first one, so I just kind of used Vine to cheese it.
This guy used a 7-second video format to cheese it.
6.
No, 6, whatever.
It was 6.
Or whatever, 6, 7.
People
Yeah.
sleep on the emerald powers for boss fights, and I'm saying don't do that because it makes them a lot better. Watch me just finish this immediately with Avatar.
he just spawned a bunch of Sonics inside. That's really funny.
He was about to do an attack that I can't consistently dodge, and if you fuck up there, you'll likely fall into a pit and die. So I said, fuck it.
Lucky
His
break.
teeth are blue.
Well, not anymore.
He's
You're
been
blue.
eating lollipops. Blue
Blue
raspberry.
raspberry flavored.
Yeah.
The egg jetpack.
Now let's play as
What
Trip for a little bit, because
I
when you
want to try a... Oh,
when
go
you
ahead.
play as Trip, you get a different boss fight here.
Oh, word.
a worm.
It's the fuck. Is it the robot that Fang went in and got?
So
bodied
first
in?
off, Trip can latch onto walls and ceilings.
Whoa! Turned into a ninja star. Hello.
Also, fun fact about a couple fun things about the about her rolling form is that that little wheel form, sun gazers actually do that in real life.
Really?
Hey, that's cool. I need to look this up.
And
Yeah.
also,
If you find a picture, send
she's not the first Sonic character to have that kind of jump animation. That would be Vector.
Mm-hmm. Vector the crocodile. Oh, never mind. It's the Queen's whatever.
Marvelous Queen.
Marvelous Queen.
Yeah,
She
but
looking
it's
good.
like souped up and shit now.
Yeah. They replaced the whole ass chassis on that.
Yep. Fun fact: these laser beams here, they kill you instantly, no matter how many rings you have.
Yo, what the fuck?
So
Eggman
they
needs a
were
couple of those,
used.
though.
They were used earlier in Speed Jungle during Sonic's exclusive act as like a thing to keep you from getting too far backed away in the auto scroller section. Much like Eggman's big death laser in Stardust Speedway.
Yeah.
But now
shit,
he's
double team.
But now he's
found some
weaponizing it as a
pictures.
projectile, which is a cool extreme to take that. Except I just glitched through it.
Okay. Well, how are you gonna get past it?
And it disappears after a little bit.
Oh, cool.
Also, it doesn't matter what direction you go in. This is actually a circular arena, so you can go left or right.
Right on.
It's a bisexual arena?
That is not even remotely close to what I said.
No,
Yeah,
that's
but,
exactly
like-
what you said.
Yeah, yeah. Carry the all-knowing.
Yeah.
Since when?
Since yesterday.
What happened yesterday?
Harry learned how to know. That's
You
crazy.
saw.
I 100%ed life yesterday.
That sucks.
Oh,
It's all
Trip,
downhill from here.
you've probably
exactly. What do you
you've
gotta do
probably
now?
seen this already just by watching the footage. But like Amy, Trip also has a double jump.
Yeah. All right, expose that fraud.
You can hit the real one. It's just a little annoying to time.
I posted some pictures of some sun gazers rolled up in the Discord general.
Thank you, Carrie.
Yippee!
They're really cute. They're biting their tail. Nom, 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 nom.
Oh my.
Yeah, or a horse.
Oh my God! Is that a fucking holy shit? Is that a
motherfucking Full Metal
so-
Alchemist reference?
Is that a man riding a shrimp?
is that a wow?
Thank you so much.
Of course. How could I forget the man who screams like R2D2 in response?
That shit is crazy, though.
You really popped hard for that.
Bro really said,
It was so accurate, I almost could not perceive it over the audio.
It's so accurate that it's a real sound, and you make sure of that.
Thank you, Mr. DJ Khaled. I appreciate your words of wisdom. Be me, DJ Khaled, on a jet ski. Oh, cool, jet ski time. Yippee. Be DJ Khaled. I got lost. Had to be saved by the fucking local Coast Guard detachment.
did he
That is
really?
yeah, it was on a Snapchat story, too. He was like, "Don't worry, it's gonna be all good. God's got a plan for me." And like 3 hours, like
That's so fucking
God
funny.
sure had a
Oh my
plan
God.
for him.
he got saved. He did get saved. So No, it's just funny. I just like look up on YouTube like DJ Khaled Jet Ski Chronicles. It's just like a video like detailing all of like.
Oh, I forgot to detail this. I didn't show this on purpose because it sucks. But you can so you can play as Trip in one of two ways in this. You can just play as her through the regular stages, or there's Trip's story, which is like the idea is that it's supposed to be like Knuckles' story in Sonic 3, where it's like the levels are harder and there's harder versions of the boss, and instead of Eggman, there's an egg robo for some reason. The problem is that the game's idea of making the stages harder is by putting spikes and bottomless pits everywhere.
Oh,
So it's not fun to play.
cheap.
Call that shit Nicki Minaj the way it's pure unadulterated ass, bro. That sounds terrible.
When you're Nicki Minaj and you can't stealth check in Call of Duty.
Holy shit, his robot is him.
It
That's
has a
You
great
can
job
play-
now, too.
I've heard you can play Nicki Minaj in Call of Duty. Is this true?
That's
Yes.
that's
Yeah,
actually what
good.
Evan was referencing.
Yeah.
That's so
It
funny.
says her ass is so
her
fat.
Ass, yeah, her ass is
You
so
can't
huge.
hide.
All right.
She can't hide.
So, this here it has developed a reputation in just the few months that this game has been out as the hardest boss fight in the entire Sonic series.
The series?
Yes.
Bro,
Holy
it's
shit.
fucking Fang. What did he do?
Okay, it's one
What kind of
particular
PEDs
attack.
is he on?
It
Took
is
some
one
cocaine.
particular attack,
That's
and
not a
also a
PED
bit of a
though.
gotcha that they pull late in the boss fight. It is frustrating, and if you don't know what you're doing, you are going to despise it. But the thing is, once you figure out what to do, you'll probably still struggle a bit. It's that net attack there, right? It traps you, and then followed by... If these missiles hit you, you don't just get one hit killed, you get screen KO'd.
Oh my gosh.
So it flings your character into the screen.
Just like in Smash Bros, yes.
That is crazy. The game's really like, oh, you got hit by this? Here, look at your mistake.
The best way to deal with the nets is to stand on the upper slope and wait for them to appear and then jump out of the way. You probably, even if you know what you're doing, this will still probably take a few tries, but the thing is, I don't hate this boss fight. And the reason being is that, like, it has that thing where, like, it is very satisfying to get it right and beat him. It is hard. It might take over an hour to beat, which is good, which is why I'm happy this game doesn't have lives. Though, actually, for the recording, I beat him on my third try, which was very nice for a change. But it feels so good to actually win this fight. So I don't hate it. I don't hate it like most people do.
You know, his like missiles that he's shooting at look like corks. Because he had like.
Because he has a pop gun.
The pop gun. Yeah, I just kind of noticed that when I was looking at him because I was gonna make a comment like, I wonder what kind of caliber missile he's shooting, because every time he shoots, his fucking arms go in like a circle twice, which would imply the power that he's shooting with is fucking crazy. But then I'm like, wait a minute, those are missiles. Those are just like his corks.
Yep.
They're from his pop gun. That's a W.
Fang is out for fucking blood in this fight.
He is. This boy is pissed off though.
All right, I think he's about to do the gotcha attack.
Oh boy.
Whoa.
Whew.
That would have gotten me, that's for sure.
It's a stressful attack, that's for sure.
Yeah, what the fuck? You got. Oh.
You got.
I did not get
Yeah,
got,
like this
actually.
fucking. Yeah, like the. What was it? The 7 platforms you were standing near? Fucking 2 left?
Yep.
Oof.
Yeah.
And they were the edge ones, bro? That were like diagonal? Fuck that.
Thin as shit.
There's a scary man right there. This is a scary.
But there, I got him.
But now he is dead.
Time
Mech-
reverses and you have to fight it again. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Wow, not letting up on him, are they?
Game!
He
Oh.
got screen KO'd. Game!
Anyway, then there's the escape sequence and the ending.
Oh.
You get a different animation depending on what character you're playing as, but I put them all in.
Oh, nice.
Tails is the MVP. He's the one who made sure the escape happened.
MVP!
You know what? Tails is also the MVP because he's the reason they were able to get there to begin with by repairing some
Constructing.
Eggmobiles.
He's
It
the
should
reason
really
for
just
the
be called
season.
Tails.
Holy shit. Does that so if Tails is the MVP, does that mean his middle name is like so it'd be like MVP
Miles-
Vontavious
Velocity?
Prower.
Miles Victor Prower.
And we all went very different directions. Like Whitney's a lot, but Velocity's better than Vontavious.
I was gonna say Vontavious.
Only because there was a wrestler called MVP and his name was something Vontavious Porter. Hey homie, let's be friends, yeah?
Yeah, they're friends now.
Aw.
So now, excuse me while I pose in the sky for a second.
Every time something like that happens, it reminds me of the Family Guy bit.
Yeah.
Lois,
Get a
I'm scared.
scientist.
Get a scientist. Lois, I'm scared.
Peanut, how are you doing that?
I don't know.
Peter. Hey, Peter.
Hey,
Peter, how are you flying like that, Peter?
All right, next time on Smash Team Games, there's one more part?
Fun.
These are lemon pictures. Oh, here.
Wait,
they
in
are.
the whole thing?